Hello, I am Francis McCaffrey. I am a fifth generation Blackthorn shillelagh stick maker, and this is my weekly live stream, which I make myself available to you guys in the community. Uh, Looking a bit rough and ragged today, I see, but that's good. That's a weathered look for a real stick maker like myself. And thank you for joining. So I make myself available every week for an hour, where I'm happy to answer your questions. I'm happy to get to know you guys as well. Talk about anything, any topic, or talk about Irish culture and Irish heritage, of course. And yeah, I give you guys usually an update of the past week of what I've been doing, what I've been working on, and some updates as well of things that are coming up. As always, feel free to ask me as many questions as you can. And I hope you guys enjoy the stream. The stream is usually dictated by you guys, so if you ask some good questions, it's a good stream as well. All right, first in here we have Steve Kelly. Good evening, Francis. It's good evening. It's a miserable evening here in Ireland, cloudy outside, dark, wet. Typical Irish weather. We had some flooding. We had some flooding in Cork. Cork, down in Middleton and places like that, they had some flooding. Like we got a day of heavy rain, and the water had no place to go in Cork. But Cork always has issues with flooding as well. After the Celtic boom and a lot of the building projects there's some questions over them, and with the flow of water and different things. But the River Lee regularly bursts at banks, like pretty much every year as well. You always see videos online of guys surfing in Cork and different things like that. Oh no, the belt sander has died. You gotta go old school now, man, and just use your hands. Use your hand. Hello, Francis. Nice weather in Wyoming this week as well. Yeah, it's anywhere's nicer than here. It does take its toll on a place, when you're in Ireland. You can only I think everyone only has so many Irish winters in them. If the novelty, you come here one year, you have all the storms. You're like, yeah, I love Irish weather, it's great. Second year, like, yeah, I'm over this. And third year, you're just like, yeah, I don't want to do this again. Uh, let's see now. Jim O'Rourke says, just received the one of a kind walking stick. It's awesome, and I get loads of use out of it. Well, Jim, happy to hear that as well. I make practical sticks. I don't make museum pieces. I like the sticks to be used. They're very functional as walking aids, and it means a lot to me to hear your warm comments, Jim, as well. So it's always good. I've been pretty active online for the past while as well. Tim, nice in Colorado too as well. Yeah, what's it like? You get lots of snow there in the Rocky Mountains and stuff. So I guess the weather hasn't turned yet. It's still like warming up in Ireland. It's just miserable out. It's just grey cloud all day and just kind of like dark all day and just wet and not really too wet, just kind of coming and starting and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, look, we're going into the winter period anyway in Ireland. The clocks will probably go back soon. Halloween, you guys interested in Halloween? Another Irish inspired festival. Samhain. The festival of Halloween does have strong connections to Ireland. And sure, that the Halloween serial killer Michael Myers. Myers, that's an Irish name. That lad must have some Irish blood in him as well. So I'll be dressing up as Michael Myers again this year, because I have the mask from last year. So why change a winning formula? So I'll be dressing up as Michael Myers for Halloween, trying to scare some kids. Yeah. I just got back from a walk, and of course, carrying my McCaffrey's walking stick. Exactly. Every time you go on a walk, bring your McCaffrey stick. Very, very important as well. Hey, Liesl, how's things? Did you get that thing shipped off to America? Remember, you're asking to say about how to ship. But it's good to hear that people are in your community are buying your box guitar, and things are progressing for you as well. See, once you take the step and you get brave enough to put yourself out there, you get a community. Like, it doesn't matter who you are or what your skill level. There's always a few people that will listen to you as well. Michael Myers, yeah, it's easy. It's like just a blue overall and a white mask. There's no, and I can wear the glasses under the mask. Because with Halloween outfits with glasses, like, they don't really go too well. So it's good to use what I have available as well. But I have 3 kids, so obviously Halloween's still a big deal for all of them. Aaron's dressing up in this fluorescent glow in the dark stuff. Michael Myers is 6'3", just an FYI. Yeah, I'm mini Myers. I'm 5 foot, 5'4", we'll say. But yeah, I'll be mini Myers on the day. Maybe slightly overweight Myers as well. Michael Myers, you know, he's fell in hard times. He's lost some of his stature. He decided to eat. He eats. He's been eating well the past year, so he has a bit of a belly as well. That's the Michael Myers. I'm taking some artistic license with my portrayal of Michael Myers. But they really churned out those movies. Like, you know, the last Halloween movie is trash, man. It's like, you know, it's just like the way Michael Myers gets. If you haven't seen it, it's terrible. Like they throw him in this like meat grinder thing at the end, or like, you know, and he gets chopped up, and Jamie Lee Curtis throws him in. Like there's no coming back from it. But I think they're probably bringing a new one as well. But it's only so much as well. Let's see. Thanks. I got to pay things set up on PayPal. Very good. PayPal can be a little bit annoying to deal with initially. Like, you know, it's like if you're new and payments are coming in new, sometimes PayPal will decide to hold up your money for 21 days or something like that. So it can be a bit annoying. Steve's laughing away. Hello, Liesl. Great to see you. This is Mary. Love Michael Myers as well. Yeah, like he's you know, Halloween 2 is the first Halloween I saw. And I thought that was the one in the hospital. Halloween 1 and 2 are decent. Halloween 3 is complete trash. There's no Michael Myers in Halloween 3, and it's like they have the most annoying song in it, like 3 more days to Halloween, and it's about these masks, and the masks are going to, like, you know, kill the kids or something. Oh, it's terrible, man. Some of those like I love watching old movies because like it reminds me of a time when the world was less insane, and you know, you could say things, you could do things. Even watch the old Sean Connery movie, man. The way he used to slap people around, man. You know, you can't get away with stuff like that anymore. And I watched the Sean Connery interview where he's like, you know, he's being called out and all that kind of stuff. He's great to watch. Tim says the snow in the mountains, but at our house the snow melts quickly in November, December, and January. But in March and April the snow is thick, wet, and heavy. That doesn't sound too good. But March is a good time to come to Ireland. You got to come back here, Tim, again. Head out. That's why you should just, like, you know, if you know this coming in March and April, you know, you should plan some trips, do a bit of travel as well. Yes, they watch TV and the heads explode as well. Yes, Halloween 3. Yeah. I just remember they have that like pumpkin kind of mask, and yeah, they watch TV. The song comes on. There's this electronic thing there. Oh God, it's so bad. And then Halloween 4, they brought Myers back in 5. 5 is the one where he's in the jail, and I can't remember. Like, there's so many of them. Thanks, Mary. I had a difficult week. We'll say, let's see. Thanks, Mary. I've had a difficult week. Will you say a prayer for me? I hope you're okay, Lisa. I didn't know you've had a tough week as well. Like, you know, in life, there's always ups and downs, and it's always difficult to do that. Dennis Nash says, hello, Francis. Haven't been in here for a while. It's good to be back as well. It's the same old story. The only thing different about me, as Liesl said, is I grew a beard. I don't know. I just grew a beard to get attention because I'm such an attention whore. I need I need attention on my brand, so grow a beard. I have so many things to do, but you see, like this last 10 days before Halloween is like the best time for getting things ready, because after Halloween it just goes like a rocket. Like, you know, I get so busy. There's so many orders. There's so many customer service questions. There's so many things to do. But I have my content marketing plan done as well, and I'll give you guys, like, I hired a professional model to do some work for me. So I think you guys will enjoy that. I think the community will be a little bit you know, interested in the model that I got. Let's see. Hi, I'm fine. So that's good to hear, Liesl. Hi, Francis. Love the beard as well. This was just, you know, Aaron was like, you know, just like, oh yeah, you should grow a beard and stuff. But, you know, I look terrible with a beard, but it's all right. I'll grow it anyway because it's funny. Gets attention as well. So that's the thing, like, you know, on this, you guys, you notice everything. When I lose weight, when I put up weight, when I look tired as well. And it's just always just to get attention. But Mary's praying for you there as well. Okay. Let's see. My dad had a beard for 40 years, but he still always got aftershave for Christmas. That's so true. I know. It's like, oh, it's like Christmas presents for dads. Oh my God! Like, that's why buy your dads a Blackthorn walking stick. Buy a shillelagh. Buy him something, you know, he can be proud of to bring in his walks and deal with angry people. But jokes aside, yeah, it's like, it's dads get the I get aftershave too. I get socks, you know, socks. Like, come on, like, And deodorant. Are they trying to tell me something as well? Like, you know, they're always like giving me deodorant and aftershave, and it's like aftershave, like what, Old Spice or Blue Stratus. Actually, I have them. I actually have if you want the old man aftershave for me growing up, and I have it myself, is a Blue Stratus. It comes in like a little blue thing, and you put it on and put it on. That's, or else you get Old Spice as well. That's the one as well. So like, Liesel, do you remember what aftershave your dad had? Thank you, Mary, as well. It takes 3 strokes. Then you're McCaffrey collector. Yes, yes, yes. I'm going to like. I have like 16 pictures of like the t-shirts and stuff. I got to get all these things organized, man. I'm so like disorganized. I think I showed you guys before some of the t-shirt designs. Wait, I think I have them. Wait, I can't screen share because I'm on my phone at the moment. But if I can go in here on the computer, and I'll just kind of give you guys like a look at some of the designs. Like some of them are a bit kind of funny and stuff. Let me go in here on my computer. All right, let's see if I can turn. I turn the camera around. I don't think I can. Let's see now. If I press this button here, that just turns it off. More. Yeah, I can't really get the camera around in this phone. Anyway, I was going to show you guys the thing, but I can post a link of where I have all the designs. Let me take this one as well. Okay, I'll just put this into the chat on YouTube. I'll put into the chat here if I can get into it as well. Right, I'll just type in the link. All right, there's the link, guys, for all my designs for the t-shirts if you want to have a look in your own time. He had Old Spice. Be right back as well. So yeah, I just posted a link there in the YouTube chat. And if you go into that and click on it, it'll bring you to the designs that I have. And then you click into design and all the products come back as well. But I'm going to be posting a load of these pictures and a load of these designs. And I'll put these designs in so many different products. I just use Redbubble to start. But like, you know, some guy bought a t-shirt for, what was it, €39? And after Redbubble took their commission, I got €4. So for every time you buy a t-shirt, even up to €30, I get €4 in commission. But anyway, I just did a Redbubble for the time being just to get it up because I didn't have time to research more print companies. I remember the Old Spice smell my dad wore. Yes, the Old Spice is the main one there. There wouldn't be horror movies if the good guys have a McCaffrey cane and then use on the bad guys at the end of the movie. Yes, yes. But you see, in movies, man, there should never be good and bad guys. The good guy is capable of badness, and the bad guys are capable of goodness. And I do have movie ideas. I have an idea. I have 2 ideas for a horror movie around, or actually 1, 2, 3 good ideas for a horror movie, and it would involve the Blackthorn as well. So if anyone is connection to the movie business, I have some good ideas. I can remember when Brute. Oh yeah, Brute in the green thing, and High Karate. Yes, I remember that. Remember in everyone's stocking. Yes, Brute in the little green bottle as well, and High Karate as well. Yeah, I remember those 2. I love the shorts and lots of other items. Yeah, just the shower curtains and loads of things. I really should like. I've been so busy trying to like get so many different things done. Walk softly and carry a McCaffrey. Exactly, Ron. You know it as well. Let's see. What do you know of salt curing or pickling blackthorn? Yeah, this thing, it comes up every now and again. Like, you know, the last thing you want to do with blackthorn is put it into water. Like you can, there is a process of salt curing wood and different things that works on different woods. Blackthorn, its sap is really like inside a tight wood grain. Like you don't want to put any moisture back into a blackthorn as well. And you know, the salt curing and stuff is not anything that I recommended. It's been like, this was like, there's a huge debate now in 2015 and 16, and it was looked at and it was explored. There's no easy or quick way. I've explored every single way to speed up the curing process because you're dealing with a very tight wood grain and a very dense wood. It has to be done really slowly, or else it causes damage and like severe cracking as well. That's why it kind of makes, you know, it's not like other woods where you can like dry clean it, or you can, you know, there's various ways in which you can speed up the process, but not with blackthorn as well. It's just one of those kind of more things that are more difficult. But yeah, so I've been dealing with customers all week, man, dealing with all different questions. But like, oh my God, this one customer this week, it's so difficult because like he doesn't really know how to use the website, and you know he got so confused and he got mixed up with his order, and he's just like trying to trying to sort it out with him has been the bane of my last few evenings, because he's sending loads of emails. I'm trying to explain him what happened, because like he went to my website a few weeks ago and he added a stick to cart. Then he waited a few weeks and he went back to my website and he picked a completely different stick and paid for it. And then now he wants the old stick, but that stick he never bought it 3 weeks ago. He just added it to cart. But you can do that in every single website, online website. But anyway, like that's what I've been kind of dealing with, loads of these things. Any Jai Crinwood is problematic. Yeah, I do think so as well. Lisa says be right back as well. But yeah, been dealing with lots of customer questions, always the same questions. The sizing question is usually the one, but it's kind of good because then I get to kind of speak to people and different things as well. But like the next few days I've been like or the last few days I've been putting on a load of walking sticks on my website. I have like 300 or 400 walking sticks up on my website now at the moment. Let's see now. Let's see. What is the best way to season blackthorn? Salt pickling, the dung manure method, paint or charcoal, and oil as well. The best way to season it is put the heavy side down in a place that has lots of moving air. Leave it for 2 to 3 years. Like, you know, the shaft probably seasons about a year to a year and a half, maybe about a year and a half. But the thing is, like, the handle is always going to be a bit thicker, so you need to give it the 2 years. So sometimes, like, when you're seasoning it and you look here and you think, oh, it's fully seasoned, now it's fully seasoned. Then when you work in the handle, it's not fully seasoned yet. So like from all of my experience and all the methods I've tried in the past 16 or 17 years, best results are always for places with lots of moving air. You need to have it in like maybe up high in a shed where there's lots of air passing it, or someplace that there's loads of wind and stuff. It seems to be the best way. The wind just kind of goes through it and the sap, and it usually seasons really nicely. Awesome. There is an order. There is indeed the order of the blackthorn. I got all different guys online. There's all different styles. Like there's some evil styles, there's rock style. But you see the shillelagh stick maker one. That's my best one. That's the best one. The one with me and the two girls. I'll be posting these images now over the next while and different things. Do you see the one with the Irish mammy, Ron? The Irish mammy with the blackthorn stick, you know. Let's see now. Do you tag each stick so you know when it was harvested? I don't, but I have different sections of my shed. So when I cut a new section, like say for now the 2020, which will be like it's usually 2 years ahead. So what I cut now in 2023, I'll just put it into one section, and it's easy enough to remember. I said like that was cut 3 to 4 years ago. There's only like 4 sections over 4 years, so I can just kind of like always remember like the sections. So this year now, hopefully I can replenish my stock as well, because like the last few years have been really successful beyond expectation, and I need to up my cutting game as well. I still have 3 guys that cut for me as well as cutting myself. I've secured some new cutting areas, which is very good. This one girl who contacted me and she brought me to her mom's place. And I checked it out there about 2 weeks ago, and it's fantastic. There's so much options. There's loads of different things to do as well. So yeah, I've got a really good cutting area. It's about 2-hour drive away, but like it's I'll be able to cut a lot of blackthorn this year. Last year I only got about like I can't remember. I think it was 600 or 700 pieces or something like that. I was kind of disappointed. And but I didn't go out as much as well, and then the cutting season kind of was a bit shorter last year. I got to get out soon, but it's still too hot to cut in Ireland. Terry, my friend, we were talking there about an hour ago. You're doing with your test with your students and your monitor. I'm glad to see Francis. Thanks for putting up my questions on the website. Looking forward to receiving my stick. Yes, when you go to the live chat on my website, you're talking to me. It rings in my pocket. I'm your typical control freak. I do everything, from answering the questions to the packing to the shipping to pretty much everything. All right, sorry, someone just knocks on the door here every now and again, but then they run off. But yeah, so like it's best way. Like I monitor the live chat till about like midnight or 1 a.m. or sometimes I would stay up till 2 or 3 a.m. It seems like most people message me around like 1 to 3 a.m. So if I can stay up that late, I can answer questions and the sales will come in, because sometimes I'll ask a question and they're waiting for a day or two and it can delay the process as well. Let's see. 320 grams is a good weight for self-defense. Going to buy 351 grams. Well done. I make walking sticks. I stay away from all the self-defense guys now and all of these different things. It's just too. It's too complicated. There's every guy has a different opinion of what is the correct way, what is the correct weight, what is the correct size, and like it's just, you know, this is the fighting stick, Irish Blackthorn, handmade in Ireland. This is how the sticks work. Like once you buy it, you know, you can, you know, if you're a martial artist, you will have your own techniques, your own style, and know how to do it. But I don't get involved with those lads anymore, man. It's just, you know, it's just there's too. Yeah, like I'd have the same opinion as Derry Hicks has about all that kind of stuff. I'll say no more. Great designs. I think I need one or two. Yeah, designs are nice. I just have them on Redbubble now because Redbubble, they print them, they ship them, they do everything, and they give me a few euro. Like I make absolutely nothing off those t-shirt designs. It's just a marketing ploy to like get attention onto my brand and to have content to put out there and share and to make people talk about me. And again, look, if someone's wearing McCaffrey Crafts t-shirt, it's like, you know, free adverts. You know, you're wearing McCaffrey Crafts and walking around, people are going to see it and go, hey, what's that, McCaffrey? So like, you know, you don't need to make any money off the t-shirts at all. Like, and like I said, anytime a t-shirt sells from Red Bull, I get like a few euro. Like it's nothing. Like, so, but like, you know, their service is pretty good. They deal with everything. They have all the sizes. They have a lot of products to put the picture on. But I must try to find another way and more products to put these designs on. But they're my main designs to start with. I'll get more designs every year or every few months. I'll get a few more designs and I'll build up a nice number of exams in time. Have you ever considered signing or marking your sticks with your brand as well? Well, how I make my sticks is my marking and is my brand. I do like a one-piece stick, so I make mine from one piece of stick. Some other stick makers, they like to use two pieces of wood and stick them together, and sometimes they use two different types of wood or different things. Like every stick maker has their own way to stick make. Like for me, my signings is like sometimes I use rasps. You'll see rasp marks on my sticks, and my finish. Like my signature is how I finish the stick, how I shape the stick, how I can look at any of my sticks anywhere in the world. I know exactly it's one of mine. You know, when I see a stick, I know it's mine. Like there's guys that try to imitate my style and try to do the same type of style and technique, but you know, it's not the same. I know instantly. For many guys who try to copy like the McCaffrey style, and I've done some like videos about the type of handles and the thought process that goes into it as well. So like, you know, with McCaffrey, you know, I don't put like a cheesy shamrock or like, you know, anything that's self-indulgent on it. I think that really takes away from a rustic product as well, to put like this horrible branding on it, horrible shamrocks, leprechauns, all of these different things. So like my my technique is my markings of what I do. Steve Kelly, all right, Francis, gotta go. Keep your pep dry. Talk to you next Friday. Okay, very good. Talk again. That raises a great question. What material do you use to finish your sticks? If you don't want to answer, that's fine. It's not an easy question, Terry, because I use multiple ways to finish a stick, and it depends on the look that I'm trying to go. It depends on the bark as well. Like the bark can be different during the seasoning process. So there's like a plethora of different ways in which you can finish a stick. Sometimes like the sanding sealer will soak in. Sometimes you're dealing with a piece of wood and there's like a load of absorption. So there's several different ways to finish a stick. Sometimes you want a matte finish, sometimes you want a gloss finish, and sometimes you want to go semi-gloss finish as well. I think like if it's really down to the piece of wood and how you finish it. So I have like several different pieces and several different ways to kind of finish it. I don't there's like one way. I stay away, like there's things I don't use. I don't use yacht varnish. I think that's a disaster. I stay away from polyurethane as well. I think there's issues with that, in my opinion. I stay away from boiled linseed oil and stuff. It's just not durable enough. Like it brings up nice wood grain and stuff like that, but it's not like as durable with friction. And like, you know, there's different blends you can do as well. Like you can make your own finishes if you have some of the right different mixtures. And so like, you know, you use a sanding sealer and then you anything from 5 to 7 very light thin coats of what you're doing as well. But it just depends on it as well. Paul Conroy's give me the thumbs up. All right, there you go, Paul, my friend. How are things with you? So yeah, so like what else have I been dealing with this week? So I put a load of these shillelagh onto the website. So if you guys like, these are popping off pretty well. These are, you know, a great Christmas gift, Christmas idea. Christmas is coming, guys. You know, this is the perfect gift for any guy, anyone with Irish heritage, anyone that's looking for something a bit different or unique. If you want a little small one, these are like 95, 100 euro or something like that. If you want a walking stick, they're about 120, 140 euro. Same price as I had last year, same price as the year before. There's no inflation going on in McCaffrey's Crafts. It's just the same. I've had the same price since time began as well. I use DHL and UPS. Actually, no, I mostly use UPS now, because DHL are gangsters, man. Not in a good way. They try to extort me every now and again. I have to argue with them. Like they always have these technical errors where they calculate. Like they'll charge me, you know, for the price of the package, but then when it's delivered, their scanning system actually says that there's different measurements or something like that. And but shipping's been pretty good. As always, if you're thinking about McCaffrey Crafts for Christmas presents, get your orders in as quickly as possible, and then reorder, you know, and reorder again. Then it's just like you could do all your Christmas shopping in McCaffrey Crafts, you know, with my t-shirt designs and stuff as well. Like I have a funny t-shirt for the Irish Mammy. I have the Order of the Blackthorn t-shirt. I have a stick maker one. I have a very Protect Irish Heritage stick t-shirt as well. I have like a stick fighter t-shirt. I have, you know, various. I have a Irish Mafia t-shirt. I have a black metal type of t-shirt as well. I have a Celtic Warrior type of t-shirt. You know, I have all of these different t-shirts, designs, and different things done by various different artists. So, you know, there's plenty of choice at McCaffrey Crafts, and most important, you're supporting Irish crafts. I'm showing the world that this can be done. You can live and survive and have a career as a stick maker, but it's not easy. You know, there's a big learning curve into stick making, and you know, everyone wants it easy and wants to cut corners. And most guys at this time of year, they're just going to cut wood and try working it straight away. They're not going to listen to any of my advice, and they're going to like go off and make all the same mistakes. Happens every year. Again, like I always go back to this one story. One guy, he contacted me on WhatsApp last November, and he said, you know, there's this field behind his house. Nama had taken over it. He had no idea like how to identify blackthorn, and he was showing me pictures. Said, "What's this blackthorn? I have no idea what this blackthorn is," and everything. And this is like in November. Then by March, he's a 5th generation blackthorn stick maker. Been doing it for 30 years with all this bullshit, like. But you get to get a number of these guys anyway that come out. I have a sore throat, but for the wrong reasons. I got injured last Saturday night a bit, and it's still pretty sore. I decided to like watch the influencer boxing, Logan Paul and Dylan Dallen's fight and stuff, and then afterwards I was with my middle son Francis. He's 14, and he was asking me about chokeholds and how to like put on, like, you know, how to put on like a chokehold. Like you put your hand there, and then you can kind of like use your head and back. So I was teaching my son to do like a chokehold on me, and I said to him, you know, once I tap, you know, let me out, don't choke me, and don't, you know, I said, I'm just going to go in. But, you know, he was just, you know, maybe I didn't explain it well enough, and I have to accept responsibility for it. But he went really strong and really fast and yanked it up really thing, and he started choking me and strangling me. And like I was tapping for him to release, and he didn't release really that fast. And I was at the stage of passing out, but he strangled me so strong. I couldn't talk for 2 or 3 days. Last Saturday, my voice came back on about Tuesday, and yeah, I can hardly swallow still from my son strangling me when I was trying to teach him some self-defense. Even now, like I can feel my throat still sore from my son strangling me. But anyway, this will happen. You will notice on my channel, I'm not holding a guitar. I'm holding a McCaffrey Crafts Walking. Oh, really good. Yes, you can't hurry wood. Yeah, no, I haven't checked your channel in a while. I've just been kind of like trying to promote myself as much as possible, and yeah, I should give your channel a look now. Wait, let me just go onto my computer here and go to your channel. Okay, I'm looking at your channel now, and you're saying I'm not holding a guitar. I'm holding McCaffrey Straps walking stick. Where are you holding the stick? Okay, I'm on your channel now, and I'm looking at your profile picture. And anyway, it's probably there somewhere. I just probably can't see where it is. Let's go into your videos. But let's see. You have Bassy Bass, the Bride of Frankenstein, levering off bass skirt neck for all you wonderful subscribers. How many subscribers you got now? Oh, good. It's growing as well. You have 74 videos. See, it's very nice niche future. That was a great fight as well. Yeah, it was a kind of like Dylan Dennis, just didn't want to get knocked out. Forge the Femme, that got dramatic fast. It did. It's like it escalated. Like, sometimes I'm like trying to teach my son just very basic self-defense things. Like usually like what kind of helped me and stuff with self-defense, because I'm a small guy, is just like creating space between you and the person, how to move and how to just angle certain ways, like go if someone don't put yourself in a position that you're going to be in trouble, and just like basic enough little things. But yeah, we were when you're teaching chokeholds with your son, you just got to be a bit more careful. I kind of like I kind of underestimated that he's like 14 now. He's a lot stronger than he was like before. When I was doing self-defense, like when he was like 9, 10, 11, 12, he could go all out and attack me as hard as he wanted, and beat me, and I'd leave him punch me as hard as he wanted and all that when we were like sparring and doing all the self-defense. But now he's got a bit strong enough that he caused me some damage, because like I wasn't really aware of that, so he just thought it was the same as when he was like 10 and 12, just to go all out and attack me. So but yeah, I crushed my windpipe a bit, man, and I lost my voice. It was I guess strangling is not these as exciting as some of these kind of romance books will probably tell you. Let's see. Always let go of someone taps out. Yeah, yeah. I was tapping, and he had it on, like he had it locked on pretty good. I think he wanted me to pass out, like, but it was just like I kind of probably didn't explain it enough. So the responsibility is always on me. Like, he was just a kid being a kid, and yeah, like I was tapping and I was nearly gone, man. I was like trying to get out, but he had it on, like he had it on. He had his, like, I thought, you put your hand in here, and he had his other hand behind his head, and he locked it on. So I was, and right here, I could feel myself being crushed. And yeah, he's definitely strong enough anyway to cause some damage now. Let's see. If I'm not playing, I hold a stick. Oh yeah, okay. I'll be uploading more this weekend. Yeah, I must check your channel out. I've just been like trying every evening. I just spend so much time online. I'm doing video calls. I was talking to a pagan witch last night, and she was like telling me about all the things she's into, and she was from my chat. Like, we're talking about the blackthorn stuff. I've been talking to so many different types of people. I had some people called into my shop today from South Carolina, a lawyer, a criminal lawyer. He's telling me about all he was actually telling me that corruption in the police force is huge, and he has so many criminal cases, and he was telling me about the various cases of a lot of these police guys in America. And I was a bit shocked. I was like, I didn't think it was, like, you'd hear all the stories in the news and all different things, and I always take it with a pinch of salt, because like, everything's a bit sensational, and it's hard to know what's going on with stuff. But he was saying, like, in the police force, man, it's like there's a lot of things that go on with the police, and he's like a criminal lawyer, and he has loads of these court cases against him. But it was an interesting conversation. So he was in my shop today. Surprisingly, this week a lot of people were coming, and even someone's like saying he's going to come to visit me next week or something like that. But I'm away for a few days next week on a business trip. He sounds like a scrapper, your son. Yeah, he's not really. He's more of a kind of comic and a joker type of guy. But like, I sent him to Thailand for the summer to get beat up learning Thai boxing, and yeah, he had, like, I didn't really follow up or check up on him, and he used to show me some videos, and I was like, yeah, fine. But he's he's got a little. It actually was good. Like, he knows how to punch a bit now. He can twist and get a bit more power in his punch. He knows how to be honest, like, the basic type of fighting you just need is just how to get away and how to punch. And like, I don't think like the jiu-jitsu route and falling on the ground in a kind of street fight is good, because if you fall on the ground, someone can go and kick you in the head or something. Anyway, how's Halloween in Ireland? It's fun. It's actually good. My brother-in-law from Aberdeen was quite surprised at how big to do it can be here in the US. Well, like Halloween in Clorglen, it starts about like 6:30, and it gets dark around then, and then all the kids come out and go around to the houses. I usually bring Aaron, who's 11, around to one housing estate, and then my son is 14. He likes to dress up and try to jump out on the younger kids and try to scare them. I dressed as Michael Myers last year, and it was pretty good, because there's all these young kids around 8 or 9 that start screaming and crying when they saw me, and it was funny because my son was like laughing. The daughter, she just wanted to go out with her friends, and I don't know. I think she's 17 now, and I think, you know, the drink or something like that is always the pull of a 17-year-old, and how to get drink and how to, you know, get a little bit drunk without parents know type of thing. But I don't know. I haven't checked. Like, I'm sure she's got some diabolical plan, something to do. But I'm so busy, man. At the moment, it's hard to do the parenting stuff and do the work stuff and keep it all together. But that's how it goes sometimes. I was chatting to Michael Thomas. Sorry, yeah. He's a great guy in our community. He's always a great supporter of McCaffrey Crafts. He's sound out, man. For years, he's been saying positive things, like, you know, when, like, there's always the few weirdos online that like try to, like, you know, cause drama with me and stuff, and he's always in there defending me and stuff. And he doesn't have to. Like, I don't ask him, but he's just a great guy, and he's loyal. And you know, he's a really good guy in the community. Yeah, he's grown up. He's grown up fast. Everyone's growing up around me, man. I'm starting to shrink, probably. Hello, my brother. Just wanted you to know that the shillelaghs I have seen are a real masterpiece. Can't wait to see mine soon. Thanks for being awesome. Thanks, Paul. Not at all, man. It's like, they are cool, man. It's like when you get one in person, there's something about it, man. Just when you hold, like, it's kind of weird to say, but when you hold like a shillelagh, there's some feeling you get. I don't know, is it some cosmic magic power or something or whatever, man? Or it's just like, there's just something fucking cool and really badass about holding like a walking stick like this, or a shillelagh as well. You just have, like, I don't know, I just have a connection with it. It's like my purpose of what I was put in this earth to do, or something. It took me a while to figure it out, because, like, you know, I went the corporate route and different things as well. But I do enjoy it. And, you know, when you hold one of these sticks, it's like you just have a connection. It's like when you're trying to pick out a stick and you just look through. The minute you see the stick you want, boom, you have that connection. There's just some kind of magnetic pull in it. But Liz is quite good. To be a late teen again, yeah, man, is so difficult, man, for parents. That's now I feel sorry, but I was a great teen. I gave no stress to my parents, man. You know, when I was 16, I was working with Western Union Money Transfer in the call center. So when you were calling the call center for Western Union, you were coming through to Clorglen and County Kerry, and we had to pretend we weren't in Clorglen, County Kerry. And there was a call center with about 200 people working. And when I was 16, I was working there. I had money. They used to bring me out on a Friday night and get me drunk at 16. The older people who worked there, the supervisors and managers, used to buy me some beer and stuff like that. And then, like, I would tell my parents that I was working with Western Union late, but I'd be in the bar or the local nightclub, you know, trying to hit on some local girls, the usual type of thing. And yeah, and then I would get really, really drunk. Then I might go to some, you know, girl's house that I was trying to rizz up, as they say, the young people. And yeah, and then I'd be drinking till about 4 or 5 a.m. And then my shift with Western Union would start at 8 a.m. And with no sleep or little sleep at all and full of beer, I would go in and do my 8 or 9 hours work, no problem. And I was ready to do it the next day. It was just, you know, getting old, man. You get these 2-day hangovers and stuff. But I'm glad I'm not like a teetotaler, stuff like that. I don't drink, but if I want to drink, I can. Like, I'm not one of these guys I ever had a problem with drinking. I would go out, I would get drunk every now and again, but I never really was like, it never really impacted my life in any way. I would just kind of Saturday or night and sleep it after Sunday. Bless you, Francis. Thanks. Yeah, Michael was supportive of me too. He is a great guy, man. He is a great guy. And you're a great person as well, Liesel. It's, you know, you're all sound out here, which is important. Like, you surround yourself with people that are sound. I'm going to get a new stick in the next month. Can't wait. Yeah, I've got loads. I've really, like, gone all out this year, man. This is the first year that I feel genuinely comfortable going into the Christmas run, I have a few hundred sticks ready to go. I have all my plan for my content. I hired a hot model to to help or to do some content for me as well. I have all my kind of t-shirt designs start pushing as well. I have all those like things just to kind of get attention onto my brand. Um, I've been active a lot on Instagram. I have my Instagram now up from like I only had like 400 people. Now I have nearly 5,000 people. My TikTok is 3,500 people, I think. My Facebook is 21, nearly 22,000 people. So like 22,000 people. That's a huge community. My YouTube is over 8,000 people. I have nearly 900 videos on there as well, and it's growing about like 200 subscribers every month are discovering McCaffrey crafts on YouTube for the first time. So it's quite interesting. So yeah, it's like every year that like the business model of the stick maker is that every year you just get more and more powerful because more and more people know about your brand. More and more people like there's great like referrals. There's like people who come to my shop and visit me. They go back, they tell all their relatives, their cousins, and it's just every year seems to be growing. It seems to be a bit immune to like what's going on in the world. I used to work for the Volkswagen head office in the UK. Volkswagen Ireland were the friendliest customer service department. Yeah, there was like before there was Indian call centers, there was the Irish call centers. People don't know this. Like, and then all the call centers got shipped to India, and then with the accents in India, then it was causing issues, and then they were shipped to the Philippines. So now, like most of the call centers are like you have the Philippines people with their American type of sounding accents. But yeah, but before all of that, it was the Irish call center. Like there was always a huge customer service. Like there was huge call centers in Dublin. There's one near our hometown here. There was loads. Like the Coca-Cola one was here. The Board Gosh, the electricity one, and the Aer Lingus call center was in Killorglin as well. There's loads of call centers around. And that's why we're all good at talking. Awesome, brother. Hopefully, you'll share it with us as well. Yeah, I do believe in giving back to the community. Let's see. I have a shillelagh and cudgel I made and carried them around for no reason other than they're just plain cool. They are, man. You get it. You get it. Like, you just, there's just, you hold it, man. It's like you need something in your hand. Like guys who are the cigarettes and they quit smoking and they don't know what to do with their hands and stuff as well. But, this is what you do in your hand. I need to have something in my hand. And like, you just, you wrap the piece of leather around your hand and you just hold it. Like I'm going around the house the whole time. I'm just like holding it. And it just, I don't know, it kicks some endorphins or some serotonin or something like that. But it just feels good. It's so weird to explain. Like who would have thought holding a stick is cool or interesting? But like it's a piece of blackthorn. This wood is so difficult to get. It's a dangerous wood as well. There's hardly anyone doing it. It's such a rare type of commodity as well. And I don't know, when you just kind of all you guys understand the community because you've bought pieces of wood, exactly what I'm saying. There's just something very interesting when you have a piece of blackthorn, a piece of wood that you really, really like and have that connection with. And it becomes like an accessory. It's like a tool. You use it for everything as well. You look a hard man with that stick as well. Yeah, I've never actually been called that. I'm actually not that violent as well, man. I'd never like. I know, like, I'd speak up myself. I'm very outspoken. Like, I stick up to bullies and different things when I had jobs before I went out and became a one of Ireland's most famous entrepreneurs. Now, actually, I do. I'm very ambitious. Like, COVID slowed me down. Like, I had huge plans. I was setting up a travel company. I was setting up a tour business. I was setting up not countless things as well, and then COVID took the steam out of that, and I'm trying to get going again. But until the day I die, I'm going to be moving forward, and I'm not going to kind of rest until I take over the world. And I've turned this family kind of tradition into a real business. I have a good living out of this as well. I'm able to even employ my kids as employees to help me out now, and I am giving back. I have some people that cut blackthorn for me as well, in addition to myself, and I can see there's a nice future in this. There's a nice legacy, and when I'm dead and gone and all this, there'll be a few thousand more videos on YouTube, and historians for thousands of years can be coming back and seeing as well. And I think that, like, there's a change of guard going on in society, like, and people are going to start to look for alternative ways to make money as well as technology will change the world. It'll make less jobs in certain industries, and then people need to be innovative and look at new things. Like Liesel, look at yourself. Like, you've got your online community going. You're selling different things. You have people. Once you're willing to like go out there and be vulnerable and put yourself out to criticism, and you just have the thickness in your skin to be able to deal with it. Because like, if you go in front of people and say, look, I've made this, and it just takes one person negative, and it takes your encouragement away. And that's really annoying thing about like when you do something online or you do anything, because like there's always going to be like 5% of comments that are just annoyed people trying to put you down. Let's see. I once had an Indian caller give me a recipe for mango juice. Then I asked him if he was if he was Naga, since he's from the northeast India, and he got offended. Um, yeah, sometimes like look, those guys that work in the call centers in India, like they're just hard, they're just working men. Like they don't really understand like how they're perceived. They just think, yeah, whatever, we'll just go in and do this as well. And they just probably want to connect and different things. But like those scam center, like I get plagued with scam calls. Oh my god, man! Like I'm advertising on Facebook and do loads of things, and it's just like the amount of scammers, the amount of Indian callers I get. I have a group from Nigeria after me. The Indonesian hackers are trying to get me. Oh my god, it's like if you guys could see the war behind the scenes that small businesses have to deal with, especially businesses that are operating online. It is relentless. Like you have the most sophisticated scammers in the world trying to hack in, trying to like they keep messaging you, they call you, they try to be someone you knew. Like say for example, like Liesl, you're here now, someone will see that I'm talking to you, they'll pretend to be you, they'll contact me, they're so sophisticated. Like I've had several people imitate people I know and contact me, and yeah, it's pretty wild, man. It's wild enough. Love you, Francis, bro. I love you guys too as well. Thanks. I appreciate all the love in the community. Yeah, my guitars will outlive me. Exactly. Like like Liesl, you're being useful to society, and this is your legacy. Like these videos you make, they're going to outlive everyone, man. They're going to be there for years to come. And someone who wants to learn about box guitar 50 years from now, like there's not a lot of people doing it. They're going to go back and look at all of these like old videos and clips and stuff. It's very interesting. So you have 118 subscribers now. Yeah, it's growing. You see, these niche little communities that take a while to keep going, loads of regular content, and it just kind of takes off. Hello to Frank and to Aaron. I always tell them as well. Aaron always asks, actually, yeah, I think I like on your Facebook, you have a picture there, and I showed Aaron your picture the other day, and he was like, "Oh, it's okay." I think you have a picture, but there's a few cats in it. But he said, actually, like Aaron, as you probably know, he's not a big fan of cats. He's more into dogs and capybaras. But he said, "Oh, Mary's nice and okay. I can let it go that she's into cats or something like that," because you have a picture of a cat, I think, on your profile. But yeah, like he's and that's a big deal for Aaron, because usually if someone is associated with cats, Aaron's isn't. But he always asks you actually. He said he actually said he wants to go to Wyoming to meet you someday as well. But it's good, like it's good that he's I tell him there that you've been very positive in this community. You've always come onto these streams, and you always have the nicest comments as well, and it's very rare. And the thing is, like, it's encouraging. I'm like all people. Like I have bad days. I have customers like wrecking my head the whole time. You have to bite your lip the whole time dealing with people that are just impossible sometimes. Like and then you're dealing with people that don't know how to use the internet, how to use a computer. They're calling you up and they're really frustrated and angry, and you're trying to teach them. And then the problem's not my website. The problem is they don't know how to use a computer, and they're getting all mixed up. And like and then I go and see your comments, and it's like, all right, that's nice. It's I genuinely enjoy the warm comments, and I go back and look at them, and I look at them more than once. Like, and then when you're feeling a bit kind of like annoyed or something like that, you go back and look at the comments. And I go back and always look at you guys' comments, and I always look at your comments, Mary. So like you're fantastic in this community. You've supported my business, and you're just a genuinely good person. And it's rare. Who would have thought being nice is rare, Mary? Like it's weird like that. We're in a handmade renaissance. I think so. People want handmade again. They do, because it was better. It was superior. People, yeah, how like people respect hardworking craftspeople and people who have a passion for what they do. You don't need experts who are amazing and stuff. They just want that story. They want that connection. People want a connection so much. That's why they're online. That's why you guys are in this community. Like, everyone wants to connect. We're social creatures. You know, we like interacting with people. We like meeting similar type of people and to go as well. I think, you know, professions like electricians and plumbers and people that use their hands, a lot of these people are going to come back to them as well. And look, I think that, you know, I don't want to go through all the nonsense going on in the world at the moment. You're well aware of it. You're probably blasted away from all things. But like, I do believe something good can come out of this as well. Like, sometimes you have to go through a bit of madness and chaos and stuff for everything to kind of reset and rebuild and kind of move forward as well. And like, I'd urge you guys, like, don't get too worried about politics and different things in the world. Like, you know, there's not too much one person can do to change the world. My advice to everyone is, look, if you're pissed off with politics, if you're pissed off with the culture, if you're pissed off with all of these different things, is that, you know, when you're pissed off, you actually have energy. You know, like, if you're really pissed off and angry about something, you go to bed that night, you're not going to sleep. You're pissed off, you have energy. So like, you know, rather than focusing on this politic or this issue that's wrecking your head and this injustice and stuff, like, it's good, in my opinion, again, this is just my philosophy, to put that into something useful, like making something, learning some new skill. And there can be a kind of therapy in that as well, but it's multifaceted, because you're creating something, you're giving something to someone to use. Learn how to do something handmade. If you're crap at something, who cares? It doesn't matter. My first 50 sticks were horrible. They were terrible. They looked amateur hour. Like, you know, if I saw my sticks then, I would, well, I know what they look like because I kept one of them as a reminder to remind how crap I was. That's like, everyone always asks me, like, what's my favorite stick and different things. I have this one stick at home. I'm never showing no one. Loads of people have asked to buy it off me. I'm like, no, I'm not. And it's just like, sometimes I like a reminder of a failure or something that's crap or something, because like, then I can see the distance I've moved from it as well. And I think that's interesting. But yeah, like, there's definitely an interest in handmade because it's authentic, it's genuine. We live in a way, and we live in an age of mass production, of fabrication, of automation, of all of these different things. And when you can find someone who's taking the time to learn something, creating it with half, like, it doesn't have to be perfect. There could be little marks in it. There can be little scratch in it. That's the charm of having something handmade. You're like, damn, this is amazing. Someone has actually put their life first and energy into it, created something as well. You've supported them. You've made them feel good. You've given them some money in exchange for getting this handmade item from it. They take that money, they do something good with it as well. Like, you know, the money that I get from all this Blackthorn, it's like, you see, I have a simple life. What am I going to do? Like, you know, buy stuff for myself? You guys have been watching this channel for ages, man. You've seen me wear the same hoodie, the Fade No More hoodie that I've had for the past 4 years, or the blue hoodie and different things. I kind of treat my family through experiences, like through traveling and through different things as well, and bringing places. And that's the life that I live. And you know, I put back a lot into what I'm doing as well. And yeah, like, it's, you know, again, like, one of the things that I genuinely try to focus is to let people know that you can do this. You know, you don't have to be me, you don't have to copy me, but if you're brave, the first thing you gotta do is be brave and confident. If you're brave enough to try to take action, you know, what's the worst that can happen? Someone can say you're shit, you're terrible, this and that, boo-hoo, you know, wherever. And if you have any bit of Irish blood in you or Irish philosophy, you've been dealing with guys teasing you since you're tiny. Like, culture in Ireland is, you know, kids are mean to each other, teenagers are mean to each other, guys mean to each other. Everyone is like, you grow up with this kind of like, you just get on with things. You don't go, oh, my feelings hurts and stuff like that. You deal with it and you use it and you just kind of move on as well. But anyway, like, yeah, I'm waffling on as well. You're right, Francis. Dove, right. I just have opinions. I think there's Indian job scams that claim to be recruiters with jobs in America, and they are not in the US and have fake jobs. Yeah, there's lots of scam centers. In Koh Phangan in Thailand, man, there's loads of Russian scammers are based there. That they're very sophisticated. They have very sophisticated stuff, and there's guys who use voice changer. Like, I could do a whole channel, man, and the scams I get, like, they're so clever, man. Like, it's some of these scammers, they know everything about me. They've like researched it, they've sat there, they have like obviously put time and effort into trying to, like, to scam me some way as well. Oh, do you know what I got recently? The scammers, the psychics have been, I don't know what, someone put me on some psychic line, or something like that. And I had like 15 scammers contact me last night. And anyway, it's like, it's never ending. It's just, I can't believe the surge in them this year is just huge, man. And look, I don't mind people getting out there hustling, trying to make a bit of work and stuff, but there's more legitimate ways to do it, such as make things, craft things, learn things. You know, there's loads of manual work that needs to be done at the moment. It's near impossible to get a plumber, to get someone to put up your shelves, to do a fitted kitchen, to work with wood, to put up some units. I have an issue with the front door in my house, and I made a balls of it when I'm trying to fix it, and I'm trying to get a work guy just to kind of sort it out and make it like the front door with the locking system. And I tried to fix the locking system, and it messed it all up. But anyway, my door is a bit banjaxed at the moment, but I'm trying to get a work guy to do it. It's just near impossible. Like, I called one guy, and he was like, made some nonsense excuse. Then I followed him up and said, "Oh, you said you'd be another day," and he just gave out to me. And like, I was like very courteous and nice to him, and I called him and said, "Look, you were into me the last day. I'm just seeing there if you can fix it. Maybe this week it'd be great. If not, just let me know when." And you're dealing with guys that are kind of hard to deal with. But yeah, there's plenty of manual jobs out there. There is a change in society. And look, people get through everything. Like, people are way more resistant than you know than Liz. Like, we got through World War II and stuff, and that was pretty bad. And things rebuilt as well. Japan got nuked by bombs, and Hiroshima and Hiroshima and all that places, and they rebuilt, and they built industry, and everyone can get through like quite a lot of things as well. So, like, I think, people have to learn how to endure. And like, sometimes there's just too much talk about feelings and hurt and all of these things. But like, sometimes, I'm surprised about how much people can actually endure, and different things as well. Things are bothering you, like, just get out of it. Things are bothering me, like, just go onto this live stream and talk to you guys about it. Then I feel better. Um, but yeah, I think, just you, as a guy anyway, just whenever's bothering you, like, man, oh, I won't go into it, but like, I got some weird emails from this guy, and he's like, he thought that I wasn't contacting him. He was like saying I would ghosted him and stuff, and I just couldn't get into it. It was just like, and he kept messaging me and different things. I just tried to be professional and say, look, I explained kind of the reasons why of what had happened, and but sometimes it's just too much for all of these things. But anyway, guys, I am working pretty hard. I was working. These are all the orders and all the shipping labels that I just did beforehand. So I'll be shipping these with UPS. Wait, let me hide this guy's name. So, like, these are all the shipping labels, are all the orders that came in today. So I spend most of the afternoon just doing up these labels, filling out the customs form. I have to, like, with the Canadian customs, you have to know what to do to get around it, and the same with Australian customs. So I never have problems sending to Australia or to Canada, because I have the experience of knowing what to do. See, 10 Indians calling me about the same job as in California, 2,000 miles. So, yeah, it's annoying. I get so many scam calls. Yeah, I don't know if it's a scam call or a real call, because I get these American numbers to show up, and so, like, at the moment, it's about 50-50. Like, 50% of them are actually genuine customers that are calling me, and then the other 50% are just scammers. Like, the profile picture is where I used to work. We had 53 free range kitty in the yacht, and thank you, Francis. Yeah, I must say that to Aaron, because like, I saw the picture and I showed Aaron, like, I was, oh yeah, because I saw on Facebook you would click something, and I was on my Facebook, and Aaron was like, "Is that Mary?" And I said, "Yeah, yeah." And I just kind of clicked on your profile to show him, and then like, I was like, "Oh, if there's a picture of you with a cat, he might like freak out, because he's one of these guys." He's very fixed in his ways, and he doesn't like cats, and he doesn't like this, but he likes, and all these, just like typical kid type stuff as well. But like, you're the only one he's actually genuinely like, I don't mind she's pictured a cat there, because she's a good person. I thought it was very, very cute, Mary. You would like to have seen that. So, like, Aaron, you're the only person that Aaron's ever accepted that has had a cat or been around cats as well. So I thought that was interesting. Here, Francis as well. Good. Life throws us curled brawls, bro. Yeah, like that's life. You know, life isn't meant to be easy. Life is meant to be lived and to do things. Like, you're always going to be under pressure. You're always going to be under stress. Like, that's the journey. That's the journey of everyone. Family is the best thing ever. That's why I preach about that the whole time. You take great solace in solitude. You're having a bad day. You're feeling like crap. You go back to the kids. They wreck your heads and annoy you, and you get your mind off your own problems because you're dealing with theirs. Dad, there's no toilet paper in the toilet. Oh, where's all the toilet paper? Jesus, man, the toilet paper stuff in my house is wrecking my head. But I guess it's then I'm not thinking about other things as well. Like, the amount of times I go home and the toilet paper's gone. Where's all the time? I was like, I just bought toilet paper yesterday. The great toilet paper fiasco. I don't know what's going on or who's using it all, but man, like rolls of toilet paper are going through our house like crazy. So it's, I presume the kids. But all you need is family and to be useful and just to kind of learn how to endure and to kind of deal with bad things happen. You accept them. Like I think what's most important is like, Dad, no, this just works for me. You just accept it, right? This shit thing has happened. Accept it, right? You feel better. It's accepted. It's happened. This is a bad thing that's happened. I feel terrible. It's actually normal to feel terrible. I accept it, and then you just move on. You just endure it. How do you label things when shipping? I